Hi, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. My name is Sha Nacino, and I'm so happy that you could join us live today. So if you're tuning in right now, please say hi in the comments. Let us know where you are watching from. Today, we have a really special guest. She's a fellow Filipina, and we'll talk about the power of partners, increase your profits exponentially using JV partners. JV stands for joint venture partners. So if you have a business right now and you want to create strategic partnerships with people, this is the show for you. Also, we encourage you that if you have any questions as we go through this live, please feel free to ask them in the comment section. And our guest is a celebrity doctor. Dr. Venus, the Biohacking M.D., is a board-certified physician in the specialty of physical medicine and rehabilitation. She has a thriving medical practice in Southern California and has competed for 20 years as a national-level fitness athlete. As a respected fitness trainer, she had clients ranging from single moms, professional athletes, and even action film star. A repeat guest, expert on the TV series The Doctors, and featured on several other shows including NBC's American Gladiators and ABC's The Bachelor. She also contributes to multiple health outlets, including Oxygen magazine. Having had great success in landing media exposure for her own brand, she now guides fellow health and wellness professionals on how to increase their visibility to grow their businesses as well. I'm so pleased to welcome to the show Dr. Venus. Hi, Dr. Venus. So, hi, Dr. Venus. I'm really happy that you can join us. I know you're in the US right now. We're in a different time zone. So it's morning there, right?
Yes, it's very much morning here. I am in California, so it's 4 a.m. in the morning in California.
Really? Oh my God. Thank you. Oh my God. I didn't realize it's 4 a.m. there. I thought it's 8 a.m., just opposite. But you're in California, so
California, so not New York. So I am
not New
very
York.
early in
Yeah.
the morning.
Wow. Dr. Venus, I really honor you for coming into the show at 4 a.m. Do you usually wake up at that time, or what time do you usually wake up?
Well, it can be an early morning. Generally speaking, an early morning for me is 5 a.m. So it's a little bit earlier than my early morning, but that's all right.
And it doesn't look like you just woke up. You look so energetic. It's like you're just done with your workout and you're so refreshed. So, wow.
Well, I love being able to come in here and share what I have share what I have to say. So I think that's part of what's keeping me energized.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Venus. By the way, for the benefit of all those who are listening right now, I have a special connection to her because she's also a Filipina, although she was born and raised in the US. And we spoke together at the virtual summit of all summits hosted by Dr. Mark D. Wade, and that's how we got connected. So I'm really grateful that we're having this conversation. So thank you, Dr. Venus.
Absolutely. It's great to actually speak to you rather than just only on Facebook.
Right. So we've been communicating via Facebook, but this is the first time that we're actually speaking one on one. So, Dr. Venus, what are you most grateful for right now?
Right now, oh my goodness, there's a whole lot to be grateful for. Right now, it's a crazy time in the world, and I actually uh, am not only functioning online. I do a lot of business online, but I am a physician in a hospital. I'm working
Mm.
in a nursing home as well, and I see patients in my office. So uh, right now during a pandemic is definitely a crazy time, and I am truly grateful for my health. I am truly grateful for my family. I am truly grateful for my family's health. So I have a lot to be grateful for right now, and the opportunity to be right here I am very grateful for as well.
Thank you. I really honor you. It's 4 a.m. there, and it takes sacrifice to be able to wake up that early. So, Dr. Venus, I'm really interested to learn your story because you're a physician, and I know that physicians are busy in your profession, but you're a different kind of physician because you're also a speaker, you're an entrepreneur, and and you're everywhere. You're in the media. So let's talk first about your media exposure for the TV series The Doctors, NBC's American Gladiators, and ABC's The Bachelor. So how did you land those TV gigs?
Well, it's it actually just pretty much fell in line with my entire history and background as a health and fitness professional. I started, of course, in medical school, wanting to be a doctor, studying to be a doctor. And it just so happened that I happened to be with friends of mine in medical school while watching uh, a TV series. We were in a restaurant where I went to medical school, Miami Beach, Florida. Um, and I happened to see a fitness competition on television. My friend said, "Hey, you should try that competition. That looks like something you could do." Now, I had no experience in these type of competitions at all, but it was just a challenge. They said, "You should try that." So I decided, okay, I will. So I immediately went to the internet. Back then it was Yahoo. That was the big search. It wasn't Google. So I Yahooed this fitness competition. It was called the Fitness America pageant. It was on the ESPN network, and I decided I'm going to do it. And I happened to find out that they filmed right there in Miami every year. So I said, well, I'm in the perfect place because they're filming in Miami. I don't even have to go anywhere or fly anywhere to do that. So that was where the birth of my fitness competitive uh, tenure went. I became a fitness competitor, and I stayed one for 20 years. It was quite an adventure. And that particular competition, when I then went to California for my medical residency, it led me to a lot of opportunities in television. Because I was on ESPN, then I was able to take that particular uh, appearance, use that TV appearance, and parlay that into other appearances on TV. So it was just a matter of networking and finding opportunities and continuing to see what else laid ahead of me.
Right. And that's why you're the perfect person to talk about strategic partnerships because you're displaying it, you're doing it. So thank you for that, Dr. Venus. Let's just greet the people who are watching live right now. So Michael says, good evening, watching from Hawaii. Thank you, Michael. Joanne said, good evening. And then Veronica is also watching. So Michael says that Hawaii is 2 hours behind California.
Even earlier.
Earlier, oh my gosh, 2 a.m. Did you haven't slept yet or did you just wake up? Michael, sharing says happy evening. Good to see you both in one frame. Okay, from what country is that? All right. Kim, kindly Google. All right, thank you. So, thank you, Dr. V. So now let's jump into the topic. But before that, I'm just curious. How is your fitness routine? How does your fitness routine look like, especially during this quarantine, during this COVID pandemic?
Well, there are a few things that I like to do. I am with my mother here in California. I stay with her, and my father passed away a couple of years ago, so I am with my mother, making sure that she's doing okay. Although she likes to say she's still taking care of me. But I go for walks with my mother every morning, or most every morning. I do the best that I can. I do indeed still have to keep up with the hospital schedule, and there are times where I'm not able to make that morning walk, but I like to go for at least a 20-30 minute walk with my mom most every morning, and that's pretty much how I like to start my day. As far as the rest of the things I do, I love the opportunity to at least be outdoors. A lot of the US is in winter right now and it can be really, really cold. But thankfully in California, it's not horribly cold. So I can still
Yeah.
go for hikes. So that's some of my favorite ways of staying fit right now. A little bit different than my heavy duty gym going days when I was a fitness competitor. But I definitely still make fitness a very important part of my life.
Right. And I'm curious, what was the craziest competition that you've joined? My brother is a triathlete, and for me that's crazy. Crazy already.
Well, for me, that's crazy too, because I couldn't imagine doing most endurance sports. Endurance is one of those things that's just not quite my forte. I'm much more of a speed and power type of athlete. So, my fitness competitions, doing flips and one arm push ups and things of that sort on stage, that was just quite the crazy thing for me to do because I had no experience in it whatsoever when I first started in fitness competitions. But the craziest experience I would have to say would actually be my experience on American Gladiators, only because I had never experienced anything like that before. There I was with competitors who were professional MMA fighters. Um, Things of that sort. And I was putting my body through crazy, completely crazy things. I mean, I was actually body slammed on a suspended platform.
Oh my
I
gosh.
had never, ever even thought pretending to be wrestlers with my brother as a child. Those things would actually happen to me. And you know what? It's not fake. We did not plan that.
Wow. Wow. My craziest workout would be running and dancing. That's about it. So I cannot do what you're doing at the American Gladiator. So Dr. Venus, let's talk about the power of partners and how to increase your profits exponentially using JV partners. Uh, so can you briefly tell us how that started? Like in your profession as a physician, what was the relevance of having JV partners? And can you also share briefly what JV means for the benefit of our listeners?
Well, JV, let's just get that definition out of the way. JV stands for joint venture. And basically, if you go to the US legal terms, a joint venture is actually a partnership, and it's actually a legal partnership where two companies may temporarily come together and both of them kind of have skin in the game. They both
Mhm.
share assets and risks in this partnership, and it will only go for a certain period of time until it is completed, and then the temporary partnership is dissolved and it's no longer a legal partnership. But this is not the joint venture that I'm talking about. It's not the legal joint venture. There can be tax implications when you're talking about joint venture partnerships in that respect. Joint ventures, as far as the online entrepreneur community goes, it's oftentimes very easily defined as a couple of individuals, or maybe an individual in the company, or two companies who come together to collaborate for mutual
Mhm.
benefit. So
Yeah.
it can be any kind of a partnership, just so that both of you are somehow involved in a project and hoping to get some sort of mutual benefit from it. And it is probably one of the best ways to grow your business. And I say exponentially. And
Mhm.
there's a lot of reasons why it can be exponential depending on the partner that you choose. It was actually something that came to me right when I decided to enter the online space. And
Mhm.
my favorite way of doing a JV partnership was actually through summits, something that you and I very well know a lot
Right.
about. And that is because I saw a lot of summits in the online space and I decided, well, I think I could appear on those. I've had several TV appearances. How hard can it be a speaker on a summit? And then I really learned how it's actually a very much a collaboration of entrepreneurs who put on summits.
Yep. So how is it different from affiliates?
Well, oftentimes JV and affiliate can be very much uh, intertwined, those terms. You can be used
Yeah.
interchangeably if you want, but it doesn't necessarily mean that your JV partner has to promote you and then get a commission from that, an affiliate commission. That's not necessarily what a JV has to be, a JV partner. It
Yeah.
definitely can be. If you have an affiliate partner, then you can definitely call them a JV partner as well, because they are promoting you and you are benefiting them by giving them an affiliate commission. But a JV partner can also be someone, perhaps we can talk about a JV partnership between you and I right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am coming here to be featured on your YouTube show, and you are benefiting from me being here, and I am benefiting from the exposure here. So right here, just one project, one appearance, that could be considered a JV partnership. Now, perhaps I would like you to be a guest on a Facebook Live of mine, and then I could benefit from your knowledge to my audience, and you could benefit from exposure to my audience as well. So that would actually be more of an even exchange, a trade-off, and that could be considered a JV partnership as well.
Right, right. Um, that is so beautiful. So, from your experience as as a physician, what were the projects that you did wherein you had other JV partners? Maybe did you have some launches, and then you had some JV partners for that?
Well, being a physician, I used uh, summits, that type of a JV partnership. I used that
Yeah.
as my initial foray into JV partnerships, because leaning on other physicians and other health coaches to help me build my audience of a similar uh, type of followers as they had, those who were interested in improving their health, those who were interested in losing weight, those who were interested in being more healthy for their families. Those were the people that I really wanted to be able to speak to. So I sought out my fellow physicians, I sought out my fellow health coaches to speak on my summits so that I could grow my audience with exactly the type of audience that they attracted.
Let's talk about the summits that you did. What was the name of that summit, and when was that?
My first summit was actually 2 years ago. It was called Metabolicon,
Mm-hmm.
optimizing your metabolism to torch excess body fat and supercharge your energy levels. So I really talked a lot about your body's metabolism and what you could do with it in order to really make yourself as healthy as possible so you can achieve your health goals, things like losing weight and boosting your energy. I sought out physicians who were experts in physical health, health coaches who were experts in mental health, emotional health, even spiritual health, because I felt all of those were very, very important to really achieve the best metabolism that your body could provide you.
Right. That is so beautiful. And also the summit where we participated together, it's good, right? Because you we get to share our expertise to an audience, and they also get to know us. And maybe if they want to, yep, they want to work with us further, then they can contact us. So it's really good. So let me just read some comments here. So we have listeners from Egypt. Alrom, thank you for watching, Alrom. We also sharing is from India. Hi, sharing. Mom Venus, we have a question. Mom Venus, is that competition similar to Biggest Loser? So I think the competition that you mentioned.
Oh, the biggest loser. Wow, that's a pretty That's a pretty amazing competition as well. I was actually in the running for one of the trainers of Biggest Loser, but it's a little bit different because the Biggest Loser is actually a competition between several individuals who are trying to lose weight. And
Mhm.
following their journey of weight loss through exercise and dieting and different aspects of that particular competition. So that is definitely different from the American Gladiators competition, where you're actually put up against what they call the gladiators, who are very,
Yes.
very fit individuals, and you're either racing against them or competing against them in some way or fashion. They have a series of very athletic events where you're competing against the gladiators.
I can imagine how tough being in that competition would be. We have another question from, okay, from Alrom. Is JV different from networking?
Well, networking is actually very, very similar to networking is actually a very important component
You're
of
right.
JV, of finding a JV partner, because you really need to network in the world, network in the space that you are in, and really find people who you are really aligned with. Those make great JV partners. And you can consider the summit that Sha and I met on as networking of sorts, because a lot of the speakers are able to get together in a Facebook group and chat with each other and really network there. So in this very virtual world that we have right now, Facebook groups is that's a great way to network with other people who are really aligned in the space that you are in.
Right. It's a really good virtual community. We have another doctor watching, so Dr. Christian Bernardo. He says, "Good evening, Sha and Doc Venus. I'm Doc Christian, an internist." Yeah, so hi, Doc Christian.
Hello. Always great to meet a fellow doctor.
Right. And then Carlo is saying, has Dr. Venus, do you have Filipino roots? He's asking, yes, Carlo.
Yes, absolutely. Both of my parents came from the Philippines and settled in Kansas City, Missouri, in
Mm-hmm.
the US.
Right. So you could really feel a special connection, especially when you meet fellow Filipinos or if, or fellow countrymen if you're from another country. So thank you, Dr. Venus. So what do you think makes a great JV partnership?
Well, when it comes to a great JD partnership, I really think it's important that you have a good relationship. You start out with a good relationship. That is the basis of every JV partnership. Maybe it's something that starts a little bit more casual. Perhaps you were networking together. Oh, you're in this business. Well, I'm in this business. I think that we probably have similar audiences. What can we do to support each other? And that's how easily a JV partnership can be made. Um, and as long as you are open to each other's ideas, as long as you have a good relationship where you actually follow through on what you promise to do, that is really all that's necessary to create a really good JV partnership. You can get into a little bit more detail. Some of the finer details, maybe what's your size audience? Does it match my size audience? But I don't always like to shut down people in terms of considering them for partnerships merely because they have a smaller audience than I. If it's a really, really good partner, if they are really engaged with their community, they can be such a huge help, because every entrepreneur wants a really engaged audience. So if you
Right.
have a JV partner who perhaps has a smaller community but is really engaged with that community, those are the type of people that you want to be exposed to. Those are the people that you would love to come check you out.
You pointed out something so important, which was to follow through what you promised. So in a JV partnership, that is so important, especially when you said that these are the things that you will deliver on your end. If you don't follow that, it can break the partnership, or maybe there would be no repeat anymore.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you do not follow through on things that you promise you're going to do for your JV partner, if you don't promote when you say that you will promote, it, it's done. It's basically done. It creates a
Right.
bad relationship, and not
True.
only does it break that partnership, this is a small world. It's a huge community, but it's a small world. That could definitely stay on as a reputation of yours as a partner who does not follow through. And I know for a fact that there are people and companies out there where it is known they are a bad partner. Do
Mm-hmm.
not partner with them, do not promote them, because they will not follow through. So you don't want that reputation being started for you.
Yes, and in this kind of business, we're in the business. Trust is so important. Once that is destroyed, it is so hard to rebuild trust. So thank you for pointing that out, Dr. Venus. Was there an instance wherein you observed that this may not work? This JV partnership that I have with this particular person or this group may not work. And why did you feel that it may not work? Or what were the things that you saw that would make you say, "Wow, I want to partner again with this person"?
Well, as far as instances where a partnership didn't work, I actually this year I created a JV management company. So I'm becoming
Wow.
more and more familiar with partnerships that aren't working, and how to notice when a partnership is not working. And I hate to say that I've become familiar with that, because I like to give opportunities and chances to a lot of people. That's just my nature. But definitely, I've been involved in some launches where I've had partners who said, yes, definitely, I want to promote you, I will promote you. And the promotion simply wasn't there. We have ways, especially when it comes to launching a product or launching a service. There
Right.
was an instance where you go into your affiliate platform, whatever affiliate platform you're using
Yeah.
to keep track of who your affiliate partners are and keep track of who needs to receive commissions. You go there and you're able to see how many clicks, how many
Yep.
times a company or an individual has sent over someone and they've clicked on their affiliate link. You can definitely track that and see how many clicks an affiliate link has gotten. And it's just a measure of how many people a partner has in their tribe, and how many clicks they generally get for any promotion they do. And then when you're only seeing one or two clicks, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe 10 clicks, and they have thousands of people on their email list, there's something up there. And you can go back as a JV manager. I always go back and say, is there something I can help you with? Because perhaps they have the wrong affiliate link. Perhaps there's something wrong there, but you're
Right.
not really getting any feedback from them. And you've already promoted them. You've already given them time on your stage. That that just feels like a betrayal. It really does.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And it was a betrayal to me as the JV manager for my client. It was a betrayal to my client. And it just makes you feel leaving so disheartened. Um, and then again, you have to remember, okay, this is the online entrepreneur space.
Mm-hmm.
Things like this can happen. You live and you learn and you move on. But you do
Yeah.
remember that that partner was not the greatest partner. So again, maintain good relationships, follow through on what you say you're going to do.
That is so important. So I've my team and I have organized, I think, about 4 or 5 online summits, and we had speakers who promised also to promote, but they did not promote and who were not responsive to our communication. And so in the next summit, we did not include them anymore. Of course, we told them that this. Thank you for our partnership. This ends our partnership, and in a nice way, of course. And so at the same time, when I'm invited to speak in a summit and I promise to promote, I know how frustrating it can be for the summit organizer, and how hard, difficult it is for the summit organizer to really create a world class summit and then promote it to his audience, and then those who promised to promote did not promote. And so as a summit guest or speaker, we also do our best to promote because we know how it feels like to be on the other end.
We
Yeah.
so know how much it feels like. It truly does. It feels like a betrayal. I was like, oh my
Yep.
gosh, really? We had such a great conversation. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah, of course there are speakers that are considered celebrities, right? And their contribution, their mere presence is their huge contribution already, and they're not obliged to promote. But my experience was that I had some celebrity speakers who were not supposed to promote, who do not have to promote, but they still promoted massively. And you just feel so grateful for these people, and you cannot help but find ways to help them reach more audience. So
Absolutely.
there.
Any little bit of promotion that you can do is always going to be very, very accepted and thanked.
Right. So if people who are listening right now or watching this video right now would like to start a JV partnership, maybe they're launching an online course or a project or an online summit, how do they start?
Well, when you're thinking about JV partners, basically you have to define what a good JV partner is and identify those JV partners. So already talked about a lot about what a good JV partner is, but you also have to determine what a good JV partner is for you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
are, what a partner should be in order to be aligned with what you do. And oftentimes, when it comes to identifying JV partners, I like to start with just thinking about my friends and colleagues, people I already know and network with. Those are the easiest to reach out to. Um, and definitely think about who their audience is, because a partner really needs to share your same audience, or at least be able to reach out to those people. So think about who shares your same audience. Um, Oftentimes, you can find JV partners by just looking at products and services you may use. Are there any products that other people who you are trying to gain the attention of, they also use, or services that you use? Perhaps there's an online platform that you use that you think everyone else that also uses it should use your service. Those are great JV partners because they are candidates for your pitch. Um, it's a great way to pitch a JV partner, a company for whose service or product that you use, by saying, and you know what? I'm a customer of yours. And I truly believe that this has helped me so much with my business. Thank you so very much. You are providing a testimonial to them. So you are already giving them some sort of benefit. And then they will be more open to perhaps providing you with a benefit as well. So it is a great way to start as far as your search for JV partners, thinking about products and services that you use. Then the next step would be to think about your audience and what they need before they get to you, and what they may need after you have stopped working with them, or after you've gotten them to a certain goal, what they need now. Oftentimes, I like to talk about health coaches. Um, you are trying to find an audience that needs you for weight loss. So, who are the people that deal with that audience prior to them needing the weight loss? Maybe you're just working directly with other physicians who have identified patients who are now diabetic and they need to lose some weight as part of their diabetes management. They can be JV partners with you, because then they can refer their patients to you to become clients. Um, then once you have gotten them to a certain weight loss goal, what do they need now? Perhaps they need a stylist to outfit them in all new wardrobes. So your JV partners could be stylists, things of that sort. So this is a way of thinking:
Wow.
what do my customers need before me, and what do my
Mm-hmm.
customers need after me? The upline
Wow.
and the downline. That's
Mm-hmm.
another great way to identify JV partners.
Wow, so it's not just the actual thing that you offer, but you're also thinking about their journey before you and after you provided that solution that you're offering in your through your product or service. Wow. Thank you, Dr. Venus, because I did not think of it that way before.
Mhm.
Yeah, so thank you. That's a new learning for me. So, what are the products or okay, I'm just curious, how do you manage to become a physician and at the same time you're in this online world? Do you offer online courses or maybe online coaching or online mentoring that people can go to? And how did you become a physician and online entrepreneur at the same time?
Well, I definitely started as very much as a traditional physician, as traditional as you can be when you started TV appearances in medical school. But
Yeah.
I I actually became introduced to the online space because of my father. Before my father passed, he had actually suffered a stroke,
Mm.
and as being a physician and specializing in rehabilitation, knowing what to do for a patient who's had a stroke, knowing what to do for families of patients who have had a stroke, that's something that I do on a daily basis almost. Stroke rehab is something I know a lot about. So I wanted to be able to be there for my father and care for every need of his, but I still also was trying to serve in my medical practice and continue to serve my patients. So
Yeah.
I became pretty much overwhelmed with all of the caregiving duties as well as my physician duties, and I kind of just put aside all of my fitness things, all of those habits that I had developed over 20 years of being a fitness competitor, of staying healthy, being fit, keeping up my workouts, paying attention to what I was eating. I just forgot about that stuff. Pizza, burgers at the drive-thru, whatever was available and quick to be able to get, I just did it because I just
Mhm.
felt like I needed comfort food. Um, so it was something that really taught me, oh my gosh, what's going on here? Because there was a point where my father called for me. I had given him a button where he could call for me when needed. And I was just feeling so overwhelmed and so frustrated at that point that I think I felt anger coming up in me when I heard that bell go off. And I realized that before I entered that room, I could not have this anger on my face. I never wanted my father to see anger in my face because all I wanted to do was show him how much I loved him and how much he was still a very important part of my life and how much he was still giving to me. He was still contributing to my joy. I never wanted him to see anger in my face. And that's when I realized I had to climb out of this pit that I had fallen in of apathy, basically, of not caring about my own health, not caring about whether I was working out, not caring about the food that I was eating. I had to climb out of that pit because it was dragging me down. It was bringing my energy down. And I was frustrated with just the brain fog and the energy depletion and feeling like I was being pulled in too many directions. I needed a clearer mind. I needed better energy. And that's when I realized I truly needed to take better care of myself before I could really give and show all the love and all the care to my father that he truly deserved. So that's what I focused on doing. The next morning, I remember I just got on my little bike that I have in my home gym. I just started pedaling away. I only had 15 minutes that morning, but I just did it and then I moved on with the rest of my day. And I just took one little step at a time and added a little bit extra thing. I think the next day I said, okay, I'm not going to eat that crappy drive-through burger anymore. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find something healthier to eat in the hospital cafeteria. So just one little decision each and every day to make one little step toward a healthier lifestyle. That's all I did. And I realized I need to share this with others. This is something that I never thought I was going to become a problem for me. I was a fitness competitor. I knew exactly what I should be eating and how I should be working out on a regular basis. And I still fell into this because of just life and what happens in life. So I decided to create online health coaching programs because I
Mm.
wanted to make sure that other people who might be experiencing what I just experienced, or other people, prevent other people from experiencing what I experienced. So that is how I decided to venture into the online space, because I really felt that there was a need there, that perhaps I could help others like me.
Wow, that is such a beautiful story, Dr. Venus. So you were able to, I remember what Andrew Matthews would say that sometimes the thing that you need to teach the most is the thing that you need to learn the most, right? So in your case, you learned how to take care of yourself, take good care of yourself after that pitfall, and you were able to rise from it, and now you're helping other people do the same. So is there an online course or maybe a site where people can go to if they want to see what you offer, how you can help them become healthier from the perspective of a medical doctor and also from the perspective of someone who is really into fitness?
Well, there's a lot of different ways where you can find those things. I have my website, drvenus.com. You'll need to spell out Dr. DoctorVenus.com. And I offer a lot of things there. I have a blog with some information on it. I do a lot of posting on my Facebook page. Again, that's facebook.com/. Dr. Venus. Again, just spell out doctor. I offer a lot of tips there. And then, of course, on my Instagram. But my username over there is a little bit different. It's just plain Doc Venus.
Doc Venus. All right. So my team, Kim, is behind the scenes right now. So she's typing it in the comments. So you can just click the links and you can get in touch with Dr. Venus and see how she may be able to help you achieve your specific goals. So these are the sites. Thank you, Kim, for being so so swift. So these are the sites of Dr. Venus. You can now message her on Facebook or maybe follow her on Facebook, Instagram, and then you can subscribe to her YouTube channel as well. Connect to her LinkedIn. So here, there. So just click all those links for you to be able to reach Dr. Venus. Also, Raquel says, "Thank you for sharing your story, Dr. Venus. Healthy lifestyle, health is wealth." Yes, that is
Absolutely.
so true. So true. No matter how good you are, how talented and skilled you are, and no matter how bright your ideas are, if you don't have the health to make them come true, if you're not healthy enough, then it won't take off. So health is really so important. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Venus. So any parting words for our listeners tonight or this morning?
Absolutely. Just be very open to possibilities. That's one thing that I definitely want everybody to know when you're seeking out JV partners. And as far as your health goes, don't be too hard on yourself. uh, Stressing out about things, worrying about what you're eating, and worrying about your uh, what your workouts are, stressing out about it is also not good for your health. It can actually bring you back down a couple of notches as far as your health goes. So you may be undoing everything that you're trying to do with stressing out about your diet and your exercise plan. So don't be too hard on yourself. That's something I definitely learned myself. I am a rehab physician. That is my board certification. And I still succumbed to eating comfort foods, and I still succumbed to caregiver syndrome, even though I knew exactly what to do and how I have supported other families as they go through stroke happening in their own family. So don't be too hard on yourself. Take one step at a time. If you make a mistake, learn from it and take the next step.
Well said, very well said. It is so important to be kind to yourself, be extra compassionate with yourself. So, thank you for not only promoting physical fitness, but also mental wellness through what you said about being kind to yourself. So, thank you for that, Dr. Venus. Again, to all those who are watching right now, please visit the sites of Dr. Venus and connect with her. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram, LinkedIn, and she also has a website. So please do visit her site. And I really, really honor you, Dr. Venus, for coming on the show. It's 4 a.m. California time. Thank you so much. And I do really apologize because I did not take note of the time. I just assumed that it is opposite. It is 12 hours opposite. So thank you so much. I really honor you for that. And I really, really appreciate you coming on into the show and share your insights about lifestyle. I mean, about health, and also about strategic partnerships through joint ventures. So thank you so much, and more power to you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Sha.
All right, you're welcome. So, to all our listeners right now, thank you so much for watching, for listening, for tuning in. Again, please do visit the sites of Dr. Venus, connect with her, message her, and check out her programs as well. I can also vouch for her, based from how I know her from the summit that where we were both speakers. So she speaks about joint ventures tonight. She spoke about ventures tonight, and I could really see that she delivers what she says, because in that summit where we both participated, there were about 120 of us speakers. Only a few were so active in promoting, and one of them was Dr. Venus. So I could really say that she speaks, she walks her talk. And also, please, please, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sha Nacino TV. This is where we post more videos on personal development and gratitude as well. So please do subscribe. Just click that link and you'll be able to subscribe. And let us know in the comments once you've already subscribed, so that my team could give you a gift. All right. So again, this is Sha Nacino. Thank you for tuning in, and I wish you success and happiness. God bless you.